go terribly wrong, right? Having two kind of nice outcomes from the bans alone leaves you in a good position. I'll say this for NRG, this is probably the best chance you're going to have of locking in a Stage 2 appearance.
For sure.
You're up against a fnatic that have been a little bit up and down. Even after their win yesterday, Crims was kind of echoing this sentiment, the idea that the confidence hasn't really been there yet, and how he was happy at the end of day 2 because it felt like they were building in the right direction. But I don't think fnatic are quite at their peak yet in Stage 1. You have the advantage from the veto. For NRG, this is quickly feeling like this would be your best opportunity.
100%. And even them, not favored. So going to have to fight this uphill battle against a fnatic who are picking up, in confidence at least, a dominant win in their last BO1. NRG coming off of a loss from 2-0, trying to buy time for the return of Nitro.
It's a fast pistol round here from fnatic, but Sonic holds the shot off for a moment.
Ooh,
looking to get overran. He gets out with a double. He's very much done his part in the round, and now it's down to the rest of the team. Daps died in the downtime as well, so it's left 3-on-3 with that plant. A little bit of time to get comfortable here if you're fnatic. And a flash play out towards CT. They were going to go for it, but something called Fear back. As a result, he gets hung out to dry, and that's going to leave it all on BlameF over here at ramp. A lot of work to do, but BlameF's meant to be the guy for the job. They're on that bomb, and he's not going to get there in time. Not planted for him. And so a pistol round that can be quickly forgotten about for fnatic.
Yeah, well played by Sonic there, definitely. Getting 2 kills out from that position is shocking when BlameF is not giving him a clean headshot. He's able to flick up and find a Crims. George on the stick, awkward post plant for fnatic. Don't like to see that default bomb plant when 2 players are so out of position.
Yeah, it feels awkward because they did have an intention to go and fight for CT. It looked like that was going to be the call, but then something changed that in the middle of the round.
Was that fnatic or was that
I mean, yeah, I think the smoke had been there for a little while. I thought they were just going to play right through it, but they changed their mind. And the big problem with that is you were dead on. They didn't have any space past that point. You know, you were both stuck on the default boxes.
In a round like that, you're expecting the CTs to group up and spawn, right? Play 2-3 players there together. It was actually only George after Daps got picked. So maybe fnatic expecting more resistance there. There was a conversation in those interviews about, you know, different play styles, different regions, and some, you know, not necessarily always knowing what you're up against when you're playing these Brazilian or these North American teams. And so fnatic, have they done their homework? And how much does that change going up against a team who have got a coach in standby? I think the one thing that makes it easier, at least, is Daps is just fitting into Nitro spots, right? Very familiar with them, being the coach of this team anyway. Able to call some shots during live rounds.
I think it probably helps as well because it's not like he's coming in replacing the best player on the team. No. You know, sure, you'd always rather have the full 5, but in a way, this is one that you could stomach a little bit better if you're NRG.
I would love, if NRG do make next stage, be it today or tomorrow, I would love it if Nitro made it back in time. I think
they would too.
I think everyone would like that.
Ooh.
Really cool idea if that's going to be the case, but first you got to get through fnatic, and Crims is already kicking up a bit of a fuss with this force buy. Deagle headshot connects, and Jambo cuts off rotations. This is a problem now in window. George needs something here, and that is not enough. Blame runs him down, and fnatic are in an excellent position right now. Oh, Blame bottles it. Could have gone for a close smoke. Instead, retake is on. Sonic coming back. This is a death sentence.
Might wait and see if Daps can clear out the window, gets the spot, but brought down low. And Jambo in this position just has so much control over both CTs. I think they're writing this off. With Sonic tagged up, it really came down to that Daps fight. And sure, they gave him the respect to go for it. But with so much damage done, it will just be a save here for NRG. fnatic able to bounce back quickly after that pistol round.
That's a pointless attempt at an exit, to be honest. Would have loved to save M4 there. Sonic maybe hot hands after 2 kills, but such a waste of a save, really. You just get away with an MP9, and now you're probably force buying. That M4 would have made all the difference into this follow-up round. Blame probably a bit miffed at himself after that whiff in spawn, but it's not punished here. fnatic force buy puts them back on the board. Oh, smoke shot with a scout hits Jambo. Crims just found Daps early. fnatic, no resistance will come in middle in a round like this. And so able to push under easily. jackasmo resets, leave Blame on the lurk. fnatic are really slow default with a 5-on-4 like this. They don't feel any burden. Splits on both sides available. George making moves down on A ramp. Sonic tries to find a fight in middle, but fnatic are just contacting into B here. Rotates maybe coming in, but they're going to be too late.
I mean, the play's slowed down to a snail's pace for fnatic. And so these rotates have been given a little bit of time to budge on over. If Bro could have found one, that might have been something getting going, but instead jackasmo running interference out through the apartments, gets away with his openings. And any danger of this round dodged by fnatic thanks to those entries.
Yeah, 3AK saved. fnatic in good control right now. Money is nice, and NRG have to take one more eco. So this is fnatic starting strong on this first map in the series. Should be no surprise. I know you're a little bit out on fnatic, Harry, and understandably with some of the games we have seen, even coming into this event, but at the same time, this is a team with two players in the top 10 rated players of this event so far, despite having lost a match. Right, Jambo at number 8, Blame F at number 10. NRG nowhere near that conversation. They certainly were until yesterday when they got absolutely smashed by M80. Exotic has been a bit of a revelation in this squad, but fnatic have the numbers to back it up right now.
Damn.
Yeah, okay. Pro's whiff too.
Oh, he's got
Bro.
his. Dink down range, another for Bro. Why has this gotten so weird? They found him now. Surely they deal with him.
No problem. Crims is taking the bomb B.
Need to try and finish the job. Bro is milking this for all it's worth.
Jambo's got another molly. There's nowhere to go. Oh, dear. Headshot over the box.
Considering it's 2 USPs and a 2v5, you will take 3 kills all damn day.
Yes, you will. Good damage, but it's only going to matter if you start winning gun rounds. Crazy shots for Pro, man. Not here. Fear. All right, gun round now for NRG. Daps getting the util. No orb yet for Exotic. Full exec, no one in the bomb site. How is NRG's retake protocol? They are going to clear mid from lurks. That's at least big information here for NRG, but you can never be too sure about Blame F, whether he's very, very late or not. So fnatic at the site, they cannot plant default in a round like this. Good break gets a 4v4.
Oh, and even more damage done just to supplement this. NRG quick grouping out towards CT as well. Another break on the smoke, and it nets a bit more success. That's until Blame F and jackasmo get involved. They claw back a 3-on-3, or 3-on-2 rather. Exotic out here at the spawn. Gonna deal with Blame F out in sandwich. They know the whereabouts of jackasmo as well. They last spotted him out here at Firebox, so they should have a very good idea. Know where he could have gone. They hunt him down, and that's a 2v3 on the retake out of NRG.
Very impressive retake for NRG there. Exotic hitting some banging shots, and Blame probably kicking himself because, again, he gets a really nice position, gets the kill towards connector, but then he repauses. If he stays towards Here's Fears on a pistol. fnatic piecing together a buy.
I think getting good mileage out of Jambo is super important. So nice to see the AWP prioritized. Someone who, you know, when he kind of caught your eyes back in the Passion Squad was just an absolutely wild AWPer. Some of the things he would attempt, in a way, it was what made his original joining with this fnatic squad so exciting, right? It kind of brought back flavors of how famous AWPers in the fnatic jersey used to approach things, and the likes of, you know, JW, but I don't think he's really embodied that at all since getting into this squad. Saw a bit of the flair the other day, you know, looking for up close no scopes, some wild moves, but I just remember some of the rounds we got from him. I think it was back in Shanghai, like just phenomenal stuff.
The Armorless Deagle ace against Heroic on Ancient. He's had some.
It was one of the Jays who attempted the Ninja as well versus Team Spirit on Anubis. So, you know, like, didn't have a lot of respect for his opponents, I can tell you that much. And I hope that you get that type of flair back from him. Like I said, saw glimmers of it yesterday in the train game, but that's a game they were dominating. I want Jambo involved from the get-go here, because as you say, he's up towards, you know, he's in the top 10 conversation from stage 1.
Yeah.
Has looked good in the games that they've performed in.
Oh, this is nice, but Dabs can't afford to go any further here. It's a very strong position already. Deep abs control. Fear re-smoking the window. Good info for Sonic, at least. It's not heavy mid-play right now. Dabs is going to be hyper-aware, but he is on his own. Rotates have come out. He needs a kill here at bare minimum. Jambo creeping in. AK taken down. Jambo needs his trade, but Dabs will force the swing wide. Nice double from Dabs. 3-on-2. Fear's up middle, but they hear him.
So now I have an idea as to where both players are. Sonic moving over, might look to play early here. His teammate's still a ways away as he looks forward into the site. That miss spray could come back to haunt him. They deal with Blame F from afar. And Fear takes one to the dome. He's out of there. He's saving.
Whew, Dabs double, man. Love to see it. Up in the apartments with an MP9. It's really awkward with the rifle clearing close and then the AWP spotted, and he knows he can just wide swing that. AWP doesn't want to be the initiator. Dabs, the thing is, you know, you see sometimes coaches come through and play in teams, and they're often just, to be blunt, complete liabilities, like complete liabilities, because these are coaches that haven't played in, you know, maybe a decade or half a decade. Dabs, a recent playing career, recent enough, and still good form. Like, we've seen some nice highlight moments, some nice multi-kills for him so far in the couple of games. He's, you know, he's not meant to be the star of this squad by any means, but he's held his own. Enough, at least, for, you know, his team. And, you know, having only just moved to coaching the last year or so, definitely helps having some recent CS2 Pro experience.
Yeah, I mean, also he's been around long enough to like know that the games aren't really riding or dying on him. It's like if he can get one in a round, that's good. That's fine. That's more than enough, in fact. And won't have any like crazy expectation of himself or feel like he's going to let everyone down. As the team have been echoing in these interviews, right? It's like, oh, if you beat us, yeah, you beat a team with a coach. Good job, you know? Like, it does remove a certain degree of pressure for NRG, which can sometimes be a powerful tool in its own right. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that was like a real emphasis of that chat with Bro before this game, talking about how, yeah, we might have the edge in the veto, but again, that builds expectations, and that's not really what we're looking to do. Really, the bar is just any round that Dabs doesn't go and die first and give up map control is kind of a win. You know, just let the rest of the guys play their game. Yeah. Don't be a liability. And yeah, it's not like he's a coach who was never playing in the first place. He knows what it's like in the server. Well, we got the guns back out. Mid spawn on Bro, and Exotic takes the AWP out, looking for a mid fight. Bro lands the jump into ladder as well, so a very mid-focused round here from NRG. No one with eyes on lower yet. BlameF is closing in quickly, and Exotic isn't even considering that, so shot in the back of the head. And this attempt to fight for mid has gone pretty disastrously for NRG. A man down, but not just anyone, it's that AWP dropped back in connector. Good pick up here for Bro, at least to level the playing field back into a 4-on-4. It looked like for a moment they were considering doubling down on these mid-fights, but a re-smoke in at the window. Wonder if that changes the game plan. You can see Sonic is still toying with the idea of playing through this con smoke. Here's the reload,
yes.
Sees that as his time to go, and BlameF doesn't know what hit him.
Just shot him through the smoke, using audio really well there. Jambo caught. And they're just trading peaks here in middle. fnatic can't get a grip on the round. And meanwhile, George has even pushed the ramp. This is a free kill. Back turn for Fear. George takes it with the bomb. And Crim's lurk is a surprise to no one. Caught with nades out. Well played by Sonic. Everyone's having their moments right now here for NRG.
Dude, I think the other thing, you know, with the whole coach situation is it forces you to remain active, remain in control, and you're seeing that from the rest of the team, right? In the same way we talk about Daps, his whole thing is just like, don't be a liability. For everyone else, it's like, yeah, let's remain active, you know, keep the comms good, because if we're going to win these games, we are in a worse spot. We have to all be at 100%. And so it kind of dials you in for the rest of the crew. There were some really nice mid-round moves in that round. They stuck to their guns on the mid-take. They knew what fnatic were doing. I'm liking what we're getting out of NRG so far.
Considering fnatic start this game as strong as they do, winning that force buy and going on an early streak, I really thought we were in for a fnatic-sided game. It still can be, but this is looking like a 6-3 lead right now for NRG. No complaints for the North American side. In a game that you feel like is made for fnatic to progress into stage 2, and Sonic is just having none of it. Another double, fighting straight up top mid, and fearlessly so. He'll finally pay the price. There's Bro swinging in off cat to trade out, and he won't let this get out of control. Bomb will not be able to re-swing on 14 health. jackasmo waits a B to strike. That bomb is not even going there, and it may even be heard out top mid as jackasmo tries to fake it out. Now they have fallen for it. No one's playing A right now. George will be nearby. But unless jackasmo gets a kill, this fake will work not. And Daps buying time. jackasmo is in the site. Meanwhile, the bomb's been dropped, and so forget about it. It's NRG with one casualty, defeating that anti-eco with ease.
Something both BlameF and Crims have spoke about in their interviews now, this idea of being on the same page. And I think I can understand why those two have spoke about it so much. There are times where fnatic don't look like they're on the same page. Thinking about some of these round endings where they get into, even that one that was early, oh hang on, it's a bit fast paced out here for BlameF. He's changed his mind. Good tag for Exotic.
What was your point though?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, even thinking of some of these early rounds where they get into that like 3v2 post plant and like some of them are fighting, some of them are hiding, you know, it's like that's like a micro example of not everyone being on the same page. If you're triple swinging there in a 3v2, one of the guys you're up against is Daps on an SMG, like you probably just win the round there and then. I think at times it just feels a bit disjointed. And sometimes for fnatic, they kind of struggle to react fast enough because it's clear they're having to organize in the middle of the round. You get these like weird, jarring slowdowns at like the mid-round point. Whenever they kind of run their set pieces, I think they look really good because everyone knows exactly what they're doing. But mid-rounds haven't really felt like their strong suit thus far. This is nice at least here. BlameF boosted up in the window. Here's Bro walking around. Bro even botched the movement, so there was a real good chance for blamef to catch him, but he doesn't go early. Instead, waiting for this con walk. Chance for Exotic, but a little too keen. Misses that flick on down. That could have been the 5v4 for NRG.
Strong positions, though, in this site.
George out towards ramp. He's been spotted. Might make it easier to deal with him, but there's the double swing out from CT. It takes Jambo and Crims trying to wrestle it back. Daps on a big flank. Daps there to end the round. And they didn't know. They should have always suspected. Daps waiting as that third piece out towards A springs to life and runs away with it for NRG.
Maybe it dawns on you when you see so many players on A, right? The stack is in. Daps all the way from B apps, flanking around the map, and he just catches 2 players in the back. Beautiful closing round there for NRG. That round sets the tone for the half. You see how vocal blamef's getting. This is now turned from a potential for fnatic to a disaster. This is a 5-round T-side max, and even that is being optimistic. NRG, 7 CT rounds. And another disadvantage technically, although you wouldn't believe it if you looked at the minimap. And look at the frustration hitting fnatic as they get flanked by the coach. AKL.
Yeah, I think that also just feels like salt in the wound. It's like not only did you throw away a good spot in the round, but of course it's Daps to do it to you, right?
He's had the 2 of the most impactful double kills in this game. That B-Apps hold alone when his team were on A.
Fast play, quickly out into the A site just on these pistols. A bit of a cobbled together by here. George is fighting on the pistol.
That felt unnecessary.
Oh God, Exotic dead as well. Good flash for Jambo to tee up Crims.
Okay, fnatic are on now. They're looking for 5, but that bomb gets denied. It's still plantable. If Crims goes quick, he can put it down.
Oh! Back to back from Bro. You can't hide behind the walls. Nothing will save you here. Bro, like a laser. Spots the player ramp as well. That's blamef on the rifle. Util in to try and make life hard for Blame. What's he even supposed to do here with jackasmo dead? blamef smoked off and the defuse being held. blamef has no part to play in this round. NRG continue racking them up. And just to sound the alarm bells again, this is fnatic's map pick of Mirage. It's going pretty horrendously right now.
And they've had opportunities, numerous man advantages, sure, not always in the best positions, but from that alone, it just shows how many multi-kills we've been getting from NRG in this game. And again, that's what George, I think that's a big mistake. Like, he's re-swinging when his team aren't even nearby an A. It's not like he's trying to help anyone. He can fall back into Palace. He has a great position there to get the reload off. And still, fnatic, in a post spawn, get destroyed. Great wall bangs for Bro. Bro is banging. And fnatic left hanging on this T side. 3 rounds to speak of. Can they break this streak? This is 7 in a row for NRG. Sonic push Palace, and this is one hell of a passive round for Crims. Sonic's not taking his eyes off it. But you get this far, you almost want to flank. Sonic thinks better of it. I really hope we see Crims come in here. I don't know if you clear this though, would you? And he goes back to ramp. Any footsteps, any nade pulls, susceptible to being heard by Sonic. Fear in middle, trying to get blamef up the connector again. fnatic kicking up a fuss in middle as Sonic begins to flank. Oh no, jackasmo, I got bad news.
Dies with the util pulled, and that was really all the util to try and make this play happen. So now you're just freestyling it. Now it's a Cypher, and George, will fall. Sonic as well. They've clawed their way back in. Exotic moves around, Bro opens on the AWP, and Exotic's got a freebie. Crims planting out in the open.
Frustrating game for Crims right now.
blamef, last guy standing, and he won't be able to recover this. It's one hell of a streak for NRG on the map pick of fnatic. They have pulled up looking hot to open up this series.
NRG bringing exactly that to the server today. 9 rounds on the CT side of Mirage. This is fnatic's map pick in a series where we felt like the veto was the problem, but even in fnatic's T side, unable to convert any post plants, any man advantages, multi-kills galore coming down the line for NRG, and Dabs, third highest fragger to boot. What more do you want here from NRG, who look to make it to stage 2 in an unlikely run?
He's been practicing his util, making sure it's all up to snuff. There's the rollout, and you know if you find success in this pistol, continue building upon this streak from the first half, you've basically won the map. And, well, here they are, basically winning the map. 3 kills in a matter of seconds, smokes fall in, no path to rotate for Fear and Crims. They're locked out of this 2v4.
Oh, wow, a post plant. I almost forgot what these felt like. 2v4, no kits. No hope. Giving them nothing. Re-swing off of that contact, and Crims' headshot immediately. They just come chasing. NRG bring the NA to EU and take that pistol round. 10-3. 9 in a row.
I mean, just look at Fnatic's faces. Like, no one feels good about this.
They were getting pissed off early.
You know, everyone was kind of chatting early on, looking for solutions, but it looks a lot more dead now, and with good reason, right? You go and give up 10 rounds straight. You've just lost the pistol on your map pick in this, you know, series that graduates you into stage 2. It might be a decisive win for your opponents, and it's not even like a full strength NRG. It's them with DAP standing in for the roster. There's so many reasons to feel disappointed with how decisively this game has gotten away from you.
It's just about putting a lid on it now. Winning this dominantly would make all the difference going into your map pick. Not letting Fnatic feel like they can warm up in the game or get a foot in the door. Running up connector. George on ramp is overwhelmed. That's an AK gifted to Fnatic. Let's see if they can make use of that. Bomb coming in late, but will make it. Should make it, does make it. Jambo's USP smoke push denied. Bro hands that bomb over. He's on low health. Just looks to contain.
Daps beat Flame F, and Daps going to close it out over at ramp. That's a huge safety net for NRG because they've lost ground everywhere else. But now they have the ramp post plant. They've got CT control from Sonic. There's no world back into this for Fnatic.
Daps is 12-4 right now, folks. Double kill again. Sorry, triple kill for Daps.
You know what? Maybe they don't need Nitro.
But Nitro, have triplets.
Yeah.
Stay at home. Take your time.
Enjoy the paternity leave, man. Daps has got this.
And NRG converting, stopping that force buy. We're never going to see rifles if this keeps up. Fnatic getting trashed in this game. When Blame F's KD is negative, you know you're in trouble.
There's a strong world where this could be one of Dab's best major performances ever. It's just crazy to think about. Oh, that's funny.
That is, yeah. What a world.
We'll know at the end. I'm checking. I'm going to let you all know if this is Dabs' best major performance. Not just here in stage 1, but across all of his career.
Do you mean like rating on a map? Or
Yeah, like rating on a map.
Wow.
He's got to beat a 1.21 from 2019.
He's looking good,
I think he's looking
1.21.
I think he's looking pretty good to do it. I'm going to be honest. I think he's looking great to do it. Let's go get some of these ecos, man. We're all rooting for you. Come on, Damien. Into the Deagle. Chambo with the first. But there's the support. George late out through Palace. Picks up that trade. No worries here for NRG. Maybe some worries. Fear can't connect, and Bro's got the cover.
Well, they took an eco at least. It's going to be a buy round. Something resembling that here for fnatic, but we're talking 11 rounds in a row, Harry. Inferno up next. Been a strong map domestically for NRG. It's fnatic's least played. Oh dear.
Now they're just in a tailspin. Never able to recover once this streak started. And they don't have a solid leg to stand on, right? Now you're hoping for, what, 9 rounds in a row, and you haven't been able to break this streak for so long. This is where you kind of have to face the challenge and overcome. Daps, yo, he might be onto something here. Pushed in through the apartments. Daps gets out with 2.
That's gotta
they
be
put all their resources into dealing with Daps, and he makes them pay.
Nobody home.
A site open. And Daps secured that lead right off the top of this final round of play. NRG teed up for what will be a crazy dominant win on Fnatic's map pick. Sonic gets... Okay, that should have been a freebie.
Nade will do it.
There's the nade to make it happen. And victory almost assured if you can get past Blame F. Swing out from jungle. No one's home. Allowed to creep in close. There's the jiggle from George. Gets the spot off and the shot off. NRG run away with Fnatic's map pick. And it's not even close.
My goodness, was that Dab's best map at a major
That was
ever.
12 rounds in a row to take victory. Fnatic lost one around in round 4 of the game. They get absolutely annihilated.
Disruptive, but then you put them on this one, and they just fall flat on their face. Even to Fluxo on the very same map of Train, the first day, they looked shambolic there as well. They were just getting run at by Art in the big 2025, 20-9 in that game. So it's hard to know what we're going to get from Fnatic game to game, day to day, but it's put up or shut up right now on Inferno. NRG with a map in the pocket, looking to lock in stage 2 here and now.
Yeah, here's the thing. Them winning this series was never crazy unthinkable. What with the edge in the veto, the fact that individually they'd look good, they started really strong in the tournament as well, but it would be the fashion they stand to do it in that would be kind of mind-blowing.
12 rounds in a row to close out Mirage. I just don't know how they did that. Can Fnatic break a 12-round streak in this pistol? Bro getting set up out boiler, but this does look to be a B hit here, and Fnatic are considering that third rotation. Fear is floating nearby. He's got 2 flashes, so if this does go B, he can help out, but that dink might entice you. Daps lurking into this B bomb site, headshot by jackasmo. Now you just got to go A through that moto smoke.
Into this double setup. Control taken out on the long side. And a kill for Sonic. You wonder if that changes things here. It suddenly opened up a path to wrap around through CT. And they might look for this one at NB after all. 2 players here putting pressure on CT side. Well, that bomb tries to come up through Banana. I like that these CT players aren't jumping the gun. They hung around for an extra few seconds just to buy some more time for the Banana flank.
Blame.
Might not come to matter if Blame F continues ripping heads off. Good for the double. Sonic comes through with the trade, looks for his third in the round. He's got jackasmo trapped in at the back of the site, but can't get his bearings, and that is the streak of NRG broken. After 12 rounds, fnatic finally taste victory again.
Yeah, I hear them yelling through the walls as well, so trying to bring some hype back into this squad after a dismal previous map. A sick 3K from jackasmo, that one tap to Daps, and then following up very well from the back of the site. Shame for NRG, who may have had a very different case if they committed to that A hit. They had everyone primed on short and long, but fnatic, with a couple of smokes, blocked the play. So well-used util here for fnatic. And an eco for NRG. Crim's low early. Nev, careful. Oh, that's a very clean tap, and Crim's low. This could be a problem.
Is really low.
This could be a huge problem if
you don't want to lose to this. It's basically a Glock round.
Huge. I'm surprised he didn't speed up short. With Crim so low, the opportunity was there.
Oh, bro.
Daps on Glock.
It can't be Daps with a Glock.
Get him.
A coach, a manager. No, he's shut down, falling into the pit.
On your bike.
Bro still offers up resistance here. Eagle hungry for a little bit more, just spamming these fights. Damage done under jackasmo. You don't want to lose to what was almost a full eco fnatic. There's the kill on Bro. Hopefully alleviates the pressure. Exotic! No way! So low on health. Fear, don't fumble this! The Glocks have done it! NRG, the unthinkable!
The unforgivable eco win. A couple of upgrades, not a Kevlar in sight.
Crim's is head in hands. That's an unforgivable round loss.
Call up JW. Run back the years.
Daps still can't do. Daps is still in shock. Daps was not prepared for this.
Dude, Fear. How?
Oh.
How do you not close that?
Oh, this.
He ran out of ammo, Harry.
Oh, dude.
He ran out. It's the Glock.
Stick a fork in him. They're done.
Oh.
They're done.
Yeah, in a power outlet, maybe. fnatic gets zapped. What's this? What is that fight? Oh. I don't want to keep watching.
No, fnatic, come on, man. Not every round is actually losable. Like, there's a limit.
Oh, you think?
Oh, they're kind of fun to watch, though, in a sadistic way.
Oh, exotic isn't the truth. And this B site is going to crumble. Daps, just keep it going. Break another record, son.
Yeah, if Daps does it again. Oh, I'm happy. I'm really happy.
It's great. It's entertaining.
I'm so happy.
It's cinema. jackasmo, the one standing tool in this game for fnatic. 3K in the pistol, 2K to resist his B hit. Don't know why NRG stopped there. It was open for the taking the whole time, maybe fearing a stack. And that allows the stack to come into play. Now they've, again, got to speed up. Realizing fnatic have rotated heavy. Grouped up in middle, all three. This is open right now. Can Crims get into the site in time?
Long. It's interesting routing. They see Crims make it across. They hear players rotating in as well.
jackasmo's dead. Whoa.
Okay, he survived that.
Lucky.
George knocks out Jambo, and they know about jackasmo back here as well.
Yeah, go B.
Suddenly, you could pick either site. You know you've got a 1v1 at both of them, and they're going to go right into Crims. Saw him look just so angry on the cams after that lost clutch, and he will fall here. Crims not enjoying this game. Can Blame F try and bring them back into the fold? It's a 1v2. Type of player Blame F is. Gets left in these situations a lot. Offered a cool head on his shoulders. And so let's see if he can get something going. Blame F around the corner. Can't get his bearings. George takes him down. And so 5v3 for fnatic, not enough.
Yeah, that's... yeah. Couple of early kills for jackasmo, but fnatic full rotate. I don't blame them really, but NRG just stay grouped. Everyone side by side trading these kills out. team game right now for NRG. That was the case back on Mirage. Everyone pulling their weight. fnatic need a hero.
In the old days, when they used to say nip magic, fnatic BS, this isn't what they meant. It's working the wrong way.
fnatic might try and force this, but NRG are waiting. Oh, that's really awkward gun pull. But it's okay. Should be okay. jackasmo, another double, man. This guy, what's he doing? 3 double kills. A triple kill. Doing everything he can to make this game interesting for fnatic, but that bomb is already leaving and Daps has already got the B site. Well played by George. That block just wins the round. Now fnatic aren't going to try and get back up Banana. They've got 2 AKs, they're going to hold on. It's best case scenario from this position, but does mean NRG are back on their streak, Harry. 3 in a row. How many will it be?
Dude, Daps is even hunting.
Got to get that AK. He's coming for it. But he won't find it.
That's what you think.
Yeah, I know.
Daps is capable of thinking at light speed.
Okay.
They're building AI infrastructure around him. But I don't think he found them.
No.
I saw him moving his wrist a lot like he was in a fight.
He didn't. He was close. 3-1 though. And this is fnatic full buying around the AKs. Almost everything they could possibly need in this round. Now, how will they lose this one?
Probably in a horrible, horrible way if I know them. Let's see. Dumping top mid util right now. I think that might prove to be pretty tantalizing if you're NRG. You got Bro up towards top Banana. They have a lot of map control right now. They're also out in mid. fnatic are restricted to playing within the bomb site, so they're kind of flying blind in this round, stuck in a 2-3 setup. The onus is going to be on Fear, trying to piece together what the strat is from NRG. Not a bad way to start here for Blame F.
Oh.
Closing in on him. Okay. There's the trade for Jambo.
Just got to go.
It was a B play all along for NRG. These players flung out long, maybe to look to wrap CT again. And one man will make it through. It's Daps.
Yeah, realization though. jackasmo knows. Daps 1v1 here for the setup to this B side. They found Fear in the meantime. Exotic can put that number into the bomb. 3-on-2, fnatic. Already some tagged up players, but they've got the kit. They've got the molly to burn out this back quad player.
They'll just find him dry. And so Exotic left alone in this 1-on-3. CT player spots him, and now they know nowhere left to turn for Exotic. So there's fnatic with the guns out, able to find some success, but this really is where they have to get the ball rolling.
It's just jackasmo right now. He is the hero, the unlikely hero in this team. He has got 2 3Ks, 2 double kills. No one else from fnatic doing anything. But it's not too late on this CT side. Picking up that retake. Holding on to the back of Ruins to stop the Daps flank. fnatic even call a timeout early in this game, which I like. You know, try and restabilize. You know NRG have definitely got the money to rebuy at this point in the game. So make sure you know what you want to do on this B-bomb site especially. good info for NRG.
Oh, they're coming for this mid control.
Pop short. Crims is here.
But oftentimes just ends up back down in the pit. So they're kind of aware that this short side often left empty with how fnatic start their CT sides.
Pushed fnatic very passive early in the round.
They were able to do this last round, but struggled to really capitalize on how much space they had. This time they are all in largely on this top mid control. Still have Bro floating around Banana just to try and catch any aggression which could come through. BlameF tucked in this corner, gets away with a freebie.
Hit a really nice timing into that cubby there. They broke the smoke. They didn't even think he could be there in time. Jambo, one more. Grabs it. Easily done. This is where you want Jambo. In those shotgun AWP positions. 5-on-1, and it's a save for Bro. So a faster approach for NRG, but maybe they felt like they needed that kill to commit. The thing that makes it awkward is when they don't get it, Crims escapes in time, they all get stuck in middle. And fnatic refuses to just let them have that space. Blame keeps pressure on, dumping utility on long. And NRG look a little bit lost there in mid, rather than just perhaps following up on the quick play up short and chasing Crims down. But plan fails. And fnatic look to build in.
I guess I just shot BlameF at the end of the round.
Yeah, where?
It's fine.
Well, I saw that. How, though? How? Why? Where? Is it a wallbang? Infighting?
I doubt it. I don't think he'd pick a fight with BlameF willingly.
Yeah. It's going to go very wrong.
Oh. All right, Jambo has the mid spawn again for this AWP, but didn't see anything on the scope down. Instead, it's a bit more pacey up towards Banana. NRG, they've tried a lot of this mid control, often end up getting it, but struggled to spill on over. So this time, a bit more pace out towards Banana. It's not worked out for them. And a decisive round falls in favor of fnatic. This is nice, right? A chance to kind of build up the money here. You finally take control over the game. You're starting to situate yourself on this CT half. Won't be able to just, lose around, get broken, start getting rolled over again. You have a bit of staying power in the map now. So this could go somewhere for fnatic.
Yeah, they look like they're waking up.
Yeah, at bare minimum, that's what Mirage was. The wake-up call. Like, guys, we can't do that again. It was rough. It was rough for everyone. We didn't enjoy watching it. There's no way they enjoyed playing it.
Can't lose a series like that, though.
Sometimes you can take a loss at a good time, right? And first map of the series kind of is that time in a way. You wouldn't want that to be a map 3 performance because then there's no second chance. That's it. It's all over. So at least now a bit of a fire lit under fnatic. They try and switch back on. NRG don't have the miracle best DAPS land map to fall back on here on Inferno. It's been a far slower start.
0-6.
And so that's where you're going to look down the rest of the line for NRG to provide.
Like it was always meant to be. Like it has been in those BO1s. Standout performances from Bro and from Exotic. Right now it's George, top of the board. Trying to fake out the B-bomb side is Bro. Burns out the smoke off of B. Jambo low with the AWP at quad, or a dark rather. NRG setting up for an A execute. All 5 players looking to commit pretty quick, but jackasmo is here and he has been the reliable piece of this fnatic team. 30 seconds. And NRG creep up short.
Well, up until now, all of these A players have been very focused out towards the long side, so a bit of a change here for NRG. But a TK in the mix is less than ideal. Bro trying to make up for this, and that double certainly does. 2 quick kills, bomb dropped, but he's got room to plant here. Takes it slow in this 1v2, thinking they're closer than really they are. Just gonna get that bomb planted in time. Now, you don't have a lot of time to get comfortable. You're stuck in the site. You're fighting tooth and nail. For every inch of ground you go looking for, he'll hang on to the bomb. Low HP on the first player facing. It's Jambo. He waits for Fear to meet up with him, and timing nearly awkward. Bro just gets on the line in time, but can't land the shot to make it happen. fnatic stop the clutch and continue streaking together these rounds. They breathe a sigh of relief at the end of this one. From starting this game, it felt like any round was losable. Well, winning those types of ones, a brief little glimmer of a 4v1 from Bro, but they shut it down.
Yeah, team kill really feels like it hurts NRG come the end of the round, a 1v2. When you have a 2v2 there, you are massively favored. A crossfire and a post-plant on Inferno A site. It's a very hard round to win for fnatic, so awkward for George. I think it was Crims jumping, getting that info on the car, and then Dabs is just in the way as George tries to hit a quick flick shot. And it's going to cost NRG down the stretch here as fnatic streak 4 rounds straight on this CT side, making up from a really slow start to this series. Bunch of pistols here now for NRG. Would like to see them actually commit with one of these pacier starts, because they've had fast banana control and they've had fast mid control, but they've never committed into the bomb site. Do they have a set pocket play? This does look like one of them. Really quick up mid, smoke on the Molotov. I think the realization kicks in as a flash connects, and a crossfire of rifles keeps NRG in the pocket. They give it a go, but Blame let it go no further. Daps with a trade, 2v5 before all is said. And NRG, even here, feeling impossible.
Daps, he's like a feral dog. He got that taste of blood. Now he wants more. He's dead. Bro with the deagle.
Why not?
Try and close in on the Jambo AWP. He's certainly been given chances. It takes jackasmo moving in as the third piece to shut him down.
He's just the savior of this game, jackasmo. It's not just multi-kills. Now stopping another 1v4 for Bro. They're getting way too close, but they are still rounds for fnatic, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Far better sight than Mirage. 6 CT rounds on Inferno. Their least played map. NT for Bro once more. But NRG need to break into this game here. And this is going to be their best chance. Now a pace change here for fnatic.
Oh my god, that's a lot of damage on the 2 players assisting Blame F.
Fear's wounded
Still,
as well.
Don't know about him. Still deep in middle. And I think they think they've done a good enough job on the spam of getting rid of aggression.
Oh,
Turnaround for Exotic, but he's not able to stop the roll of Blame F.
Just got to go now.
And if you try go forward, you're going into a stack that's getting hastily assembled by fnatic. Backline's just been cleared out by Sonic, and so that bomb's going to try and link back up with him. A site is fully empty.
Bro.
And up until now, Bro in these clutches has always been alone, and he's got it close. This time he's got Sonic with him.
And they're all still low, all except jackasmo tagged up. Jambo here in time. 1 clean kill will make all the difference in this round, but where's his position going to be taken? Down in the pit. Feels good. Sonic looking for him. Gonna have to make noise. Boost up is nice. Can they get an angle though? Doesn't look like it. Jambo gonna repeat. Good timing. Hit Sonic. Bro, 1v4, not today. Jambo another multi-kill on this A site hold with the AWP. And fnatic cannot be stopped here on the CT side. It is a much better game. Jambo and jackasmo leading the way.
More just decisive moves being made from fnatic, right? And it's like sometimes even when it's the wrong play, the fact that they all work together to do it, it still kind of works out. Like they're leaving the A site fully empty is a risk, right? And it's all hinging on Blame F as that kind of pivot point in mid. But at least you're all doing it together. It looks a damn sight better than any of the rounds we got to see from them on Mirage ever did. So definitely feeling like they are on the same page here on Inferno.
Keep in mind, we're 10 rounds in. We've not had a proper B execute, really.
Back to the long control. They were trying this a hell of a lot, but it's never really panned out for NRG since the pistol.
Just haven't even seen what this B-side's had in store. Fear has been the weakest player for fnatic and not seen him test it. Now they just run at him. That's more like it. No nades needed. Just getting them stuck in to B. Or back on the line. Bro takes deep position and Exotic puts the bomb down. Double banana flank. fnatic have strong pieces left alive in this post plant.
Oh, Bro, gun on, but Flash leaves him blind.
Oh.
Exotic moves forward and clears out CT, and now they know that both players coming in from Banana. Strong crossfire here to try and break apart. Won't be easy. Blame F looks to make it happen. Exotic able to play time as he skirts back into the ruins. It's a good move. Pressure's now on Blame F, who commits to the stick. Exotic calls his bluff, and that's a decision he'll live to regret.
Yeah.
Doesn't believe that Blame F would stick that bomb out in the open.
Honestly, I don't think I would have swung there either, right? It's Blame F we're talking about. He's down to play it to the final second of the round. He's down to buy time, knowing he's low health, knowing he won't peak, perhaps making the difference here for Blame F. A very important and a quick clutch here for fnatic when NRG are piecing together a desperate 3v5 B hit. It was actually 2v5 for Bro and Exotic before bomb went down. And we just never saw what this B site had in store here for NRG. They never played a proper B execute in this T half. They always really got stuck in middle. And once again, Jambo is proving to be the brick wall between NRG and a gun round on this T side. This shot now, can that be capitalized upon? It might just be. 3v3. Bomb pick back up.
Oh, Bro takes that fight on a Blame F. Fear now out with a swing. It looks to make a difference. Ends up in a grave. And it's just jackasmo, but this was the guy that got the whole game going for fnatic. Left in this 1v2 clutch. He's given up the element of surprise here. jackasmo just hoping he can string together the fights, and Bro's close position is valuable. The streak of fnatic finally broken in the final round of that first half.
fnatic are back. 8 rounds on the CT side here of Inferno. It's NRG's map pick. It's all up for debate. And after a dominant Mirage in NRG's favor, fnatic look to return that favor right back. Seeing a great game out of young jackasmo, and Jambo definitely warming in on the AWP as well. But you do feel like NRG didn't explore the full opportunity of that T half. Very A-focused with some pretty desperate late round moves.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one because it's like, on one hand, you can understand how that was the trap. You kept getting so much room out in mid every single round. You were allowed to kind of explore long on your say-so. But oftentimes, you know, that was kind of by design for fnatic, and they were just playing the extremities of this position out here in mid. And I think NRG got way too tunnel visioned on looking to do something with that space. Here's a peek for Exotic, catching them. All kind of dazed and confused out here in middle. It's one hell of a pistol round for Exotic. Can he round it out with the fourth? No, will get stopped shy of it, but still 1v5 clutch attempt for Jambo. Well, that's what you're left with.
You'll take that every day. Players trading grenades. And Exotic shoots them all in the side of the head. Flank contained. There's no going back here for Jambo. Gonna move forward in this 1v5. And an IGL's nightmare as Fear is trying to pick up bits of utility. Doesn't even get to throw them. Exotic's a very exciting player to see, not just at a major, but on land. Player who disappeared for years after debuting back early 2016, 18 to 18, right? Played a bunch of online games, joined some teams, ran through some qualifiers, made it to a couple of lands, never showed up.
Yeah.
Never showed up, Harry.
It's an odd, odd and kind of cool thing to get to cast him here at this major. I remember back in his Splice days where we used to cover this guy. I think it was, we were out in Leicester and he was just a no-show.
Yeah, and you know, he even said in interviews at this event, like, you know, he's had other things going on, but he always had that itch to return to play Counter-Strike. He picked it back up for fun. Within a year, managed to make it back onto a professional team. Or a couple of years, rather, and is now playing at a major, second major for him.
And it's cool, man. It would have just been one of these names that at most would have been a what if, but I think largely would have just been cast into irrelevancy.
Sorry, major debut here, in fact, for Exotic.
I think it would have just been one of those names where if you knew from back then, you would have said, yeah, you know, he was good, he had talent, but you never got to see it.
What could have been.
Yeah, but I mean, I think for the vast majority of people, you would have never even known the name. So nice to see him have the chance to put himself back out there. Exotic does have a big part to play in this round, as they've swarmed into the site just on these pistols. We've seen these get a little weird in this series already. Very weird, in fact.
It's a clean round for NRG, winning it with 5 alive and getting that defuse at the end, so didn't miss much. fnatic get swept aside in that eco and now get to full buy. Plant is nice for fnatic, that's something here. Let's see if Fear can lead them to victory. Coming into T-side gun rounds here, we still have 3 MP9s in play for NRG. NRG playing 4B in this first gun round on the half. It's quite a heavy setup early. Exotic was holding utility, but he's going to drop it and rotate back to Dabs. NRG only just getting into the A-bomb site right now. If fnatic play up-tempo, they might be able to beat them in, but on control. Open for the taking. fnatic looking to come in for it. Look at the rotate. NRG feeling like this is a commitment. Oof. And it is a commitment, just not where they think. Back to Banana. Sonic edging his way into the B-bomb site. Good resmoke for Bro. Too early, but it's better than too late. An info gathering here for NRG comes at the right time. Even dodge Crims, who's looking for kills that won't appear. This is a B execute, first of the game.
Still, U2's rolled out. Bro up here on the boost. Meanwhile, Crims did catch one player out of the A site. Him and Daps are locked in an entirely separate fight away from this B-bomb site.
That would have been the boost.
Crims has got Daps' number. Now you've got a flanking the flanking players up through Banana. All gets a little bit chaotic here for NRG.
Win a ball if you go.
You know you have a 2v2 in the site itself. That's going to drive them forward. Crims closing in up through Banana, constantly in the back of their minds that he's closing the distance. So best bet, battle forward. Go back, try and deal with Crims, and that's the downfall of George. It's a Crims round through and through with a big 4K on that lurk, starting in the apartments, ends the round out at B, and stops that from getting weird.
Yeah, nice round for Crims. I can't believe he's even able to get that second kill on Dabs. He felt like they could have just abandoned Crims and gone for that flank. Even George chasing the kill rather than helping his teammate clean out the bomb site. That would have been the way it felt like. But they get a little bit stuck in on Crims. They're going to pay the price with the round. fnatic finding a 9th. First gun round hitting hard in this T side. The pace straight through the Molotov at B. There's a couple of trades for Bro. Is he really going to re-peek? Looking for a third. Bro needs to grab a gun. They've got it boxed in, coffined. George follows up. NRG just throwing themselves into fnatic's face. Fifth finally gets the kill. An unnecessary nade throw.
Oh, Dabs.
Not again. Crims' lurk, painful as it opens the back door into A. NRG feel like they're getting a little bit ahead of themselves in some of these moments. But Exotic's here.
Yeah, had some good moments in the game. That's a big jump spot still.
No.
They don't react to it, and now Exotic, one bullet, and he walks that clutch over the line. NRG is still in this. Exotic is keeping them there. That is a crazy round to pick up.
Another clutch for Exotic. Remember, he won that second round, right? He took down Fear in the A-bomb site with a similar-looking turnaround clutch. 1v2 out of nowhere. fnatic jumped the gun right as NRG were doing the same in this round towards Banana. Exotic just goes, hey, open A site, I will take it. Walks in. Ooh, this is a game of mistakes right now. And it's unknown who will make more. Exotic keeping this alive for NRG in the second half. The re-peaks are crazy. It's a shame for George there because it's, you see,
I mean, dude,
he's lurking
to
there.
be fair, yeah, I get it, man. Crims on these lurks out towards A, it would get you desk slamming like that.
Haven't seen that from Dabs. He's having a rough one here, though. 5 and 12 after his highest rated LAN game of all time. You see that panic, though, when a lot of players like are getting run at, they'll throw the grenade that they have in their hand rather than the switch weapon. But that wastes your time. If George switched weapon, he would have had gun up to kill Fear, who only had pistol. But instead, he has to go through the animation of throwing the nade, then he pulls the gun. So just a little detail, but it would have been a fight won, and Banana kept alive. Whole round would be very different. Regardless, NRG can break fnatic's money right now. Put them on eco. Whoa. He's still jump spotting. Careful. Oh, he's out of there at the right time. One molly left on him. Bro's going to go for the boost up. Put that MP9 in play. Oh, Famas over instead. Sonic jiggles. He can rotate Coffin side. Execute coming in.
Bro controls the spray. That is a big double kill from him up on the boost. He's even ready for the walkthrough out of Crims. Sonic closing in on the SMG. Bro makes much the same play, and they give a couple of kills over, but the molly there to catch Fear. And in comes Dabs. He's looking to give them a taste of their own medicine here with the banana flank. BlameF got to be mindful. They can be all around him. Tap on that bomb. Swing out for the SMG. Time's very, very low, and time's expired for Blame F. That push, stopping the plant, means he can't win it.
Nice kill for Blame at least to survive, right? Don't want to die after time. He's able to take Daps with him. And hey, look, we just break Fnatic's money like that. NRG can't buy much either. Their cash is gone.
I mean, look as well, I think, you know, up until now, with Fnatic kind of building up that early lead, NRG, justifiably, the frustration sets in. But now it's a whole different story. This is the best chance NRG are going to get of making it to stage 2. They are just rounds away from that goal.
Yeah, coming back off of an 8-4 deficit.
And, you know, this is one of those games that will shape up how long they get to stay at the Major. If they can just close this here and now, bring it home, and continue fighting hard on this comeback, you get a couple of days to rest, reset. They've even talked about the possibility of Nitro coming back into the squad if they're here long enough.
Anything is possible.
And so this is kind of it. This is the golden mile for NRG, the last stretch that you've got to run.
4 rounds away from stage 2. Just sounds so simple, sounds so attainable. And on their map pick, on Fnatic's least played map of Inferno, do they have the depth on this T side? The money skew if, the eco put to the wayside. Here is the buy, and it's even not perfect. Jambo is carrying on CT side, will not be getting his AWP, and Exotic will be putting his right down middle. Crim's picked early.
And you know, one guy who's really happy about that, Daps, doesn't have to look over his shoulder anymore in it. This A site, Crims was getting under his skin. Now you're not just believing, you can almost envision that stage 2 graduation. But NRG can't get ahead of themselves. They've got a 5v4 here.
I like that they're gambling, but they need to keep the info, and Daps has just reclaimed middle with a smoke. He's also cleared apartments. Daps is making information plays, and look at what that's done to the rotation. NRG on the minimap, moving 3 players into B.
That's the effect of picking Crims. Trust me, no one knew better than Daps that this is the guy lurking the apartments, and so feeling freed up, he goes aggressive, allows this stack over at B. Util dump in, meant to tee up Sonic. Doesn't get anything done in the hold. And now that stack won't come to matter. They're both blocked off over at spawn. Fnatic have given themselves a fighting chance in this round. George looks to take it away. Rotate through Banana is slow. And so for now, NRG, they only have these 2 players fighting CT side, while Banana's smoked off.
For long.
They'll send Daps in to try and close the distance. Timing could be awkward here. Jambo's so blind, so's Daps. It's all chaos.
No.
Jambo wins his, has the AWP pinned in at Banana, but George has farmed the site in the downtime. Jambo has him in a headlock, and there he is. A clutch secured, and heartbreak for NRG as it was right there. If they take that round, they are running away with this map. But Jambo given the clutch, given them room to work with, and this one might have more twists and turns still in it.
Yes, indeed. Doing too much, NRG. Doing way too much in Banana. Multiple players throwing utility. Daps gets full flash by his own, by his opponent, by his teammates. I don't know, but they're throwing multiple grenades when they just need their guns out to get that kill. Jambo lives and fights forward for a huge clutch to keep this game alive for Fnatic. Both teams' money on the ropes right now.
I mean, this is where you're at your most nervous, right? This is where you're at your most twitchy.
Have they
come so close, right? And then have it get away from you, that hurts like nothing else. And so pressure is on for NRG. Fnatic are trying to long out this series, trying to take it the distance, and then it's all up in the air. This is the closest you might ever be to stage 2 qualification.
That is a heartbreaking round to lose, but you can make up for it if you follow up right now.
It's in these parts of the games, that's where you overthink, right? That's where, when you talk about choke and the kind of symptoms of it, it's the idea that things that were just innate and were happening almost on autopilot. You're not even really conscious of the decisions you're making. Everything's just flowing when you're at your A game.
They've had some
but
good
as
rotations.
the pressure sets in, that's where you have that tendency to put a lot of thought on things. You're suddenly a little bit slower. You said doing too much in that last round.
Oh my god. Look at this play. They just flash bro through with the banana smoke. This is confirmed B is clear. This is going to free up 4 rotations for NRG. They're not even going to slightly move over. They're going to abandon the B bomb site and try and put everyone in position. 20 seconds.
Exotic Orb delivers the first. Jambo dead as he rounds the corner. The rest of the stack moving in. NRG, they've got the right read. A massive chance, but a missed shot from Exotic. George has to do it. There isn't time here. Sonic closing in. Blame F. He's actually committing to this. He's committing to the bomb plant. And that's given them a chance in this 1v1. Pressure couldn't be higher, and Sonic rises to the occasion. Woo. Blame F shut down. NRG still in with a chance at the 2-0.
What a roller coaster round, man. Exotic hitting his shots in a high pressure position. 2 is enough. And my goodness, the Joker at the back of the bomb site. Sonic. Again, we've seen these clutches won out by Blame F. He calls his bluff on the plant. Blame gets that guarantee, but Sonic still wins the round. And that is money. That is a question for Fnatic that they cannot afford to answer. They have got to eco this. It's Blame buying a hero rifle, but otherwise, NRG with the opportunity to take the lead right back. 8-4 down, coming into their CT side. You would have banked on Blame winning that clutch.
I mean, this is either like a testament to kind of overcoming an opponent that woke up in time and really earning that spot in stage 2, or it could end up being a heartbreak like no other. Right? These are the defining rounds that lay out ahead of us. Fnatic, they're cobbling together a buy here, but it's in these type of investments, things can get weird. Fnatic,
this is a crazy buy.
In round 21, this is a wild 4-spy to go for, and so you're staking everything on this round.
They just know they have NRG within eco as well. That's the reason you go for this buy. You get 4 kills, you get a bomb plant, you have a couple of rifles, and you know if you win it, you catapult yourself to a 3rd map. It's the risk-reward here for Fnatic, but do they have a play behind it? Relying on clutches in this T side. And even then, not all of them. NRG playing forward. They're hearing Lil's fire back. They know what they're facing. Oh, but
absolutely no accounting for that.
Sonic's been going for the jump spot a lot. Finally gets punished. Blame F gets his revenge. It's not too late here.
And you have to take a gamble, right? You lose Sonic in a fight like that, no chance to trade. Daps is going to try and provide some info to the rest of NRG on this push out through the apartments. And he'll take it no further. It's given them enough info to feel comfortable with a gamble back over towards this B site. They leave A entirely. It's only in the hands of Daps. Credit to him at 5 and 15, considering he's been getting wrecked in the apartments. To make a play like this is bold.
Is it the right play with 2 lurkers? You wonder if this is just a fake right now for Fnatic and they're going to go back into A site. It's been cleared out entirely. Daps is flanking. He will hear this. That's the only thing he's got. Daps needs to multi-kill. 20 seconds.
They know he's down here. He thinks he has the element of surprise, but right into their hands. And Fnatic, seconds to spare as the bomb tries to cross on in. Exotic misses the shot, and they've got to save. They've got to back off here and try to keep these guns in play. Blame F going to do everything he can to remove them. Any kill he gets breaks the buy of NRG moving forward, and there he is with a 3rd. The first guy to purchase up in this risky 4-spy was Blame F. And this is why 3 kills has given Fnatic a lifeline in the tail end of Inferno.
This is what Blame was always meant to do, save Fnatic. And he might have done so at the final hour in this 2nd map. Right when NRG were ready to steal this game away from an 8-4 down. They need these guns, they need them badly, and they'll only save the AWP. it's at least on the top performer of Exotic right now, putting up one hell of a game. But Daps has been irrelevant in this CT side. He may have had info, he may have had positions. He has not been able to get any kills in this half.
Well, you know the thing that's so crazy? We talk about this ongoing rivalry between Daps and Crims. It was Crims who heard him drop out of the apartments. That's the whole reason they're ready for him down in lower. He just hasn't been able to get away from him this entire game.
Yep.
Crims has had Daps' number, and even when Daps is making the right moves, the right plays, he's getting punished. BlameF opened up that last round with the craziest shot of the series so far. He's got to have more in him as they go into Exotic. The nades rain in, AWP removed. And a man down. It's an equally desperate force here from NRG as well, so there's no room to go quiet here.
Just speeding up. They know the AWP is here. It's stuck right now. Don't let it rotate. fnatic jump the gun into this A-bomb site. It's Daps and it's George, or it's fnatic on map point.
George gets to the spot, but they're not going to respect this. Slowed by the molly, but only for a couple of seconds. Daps with the 5-7. He might have to make a big play here, and he's dead straight away. George can't hold on, and it's a clean sweep of entries out and away. fnatic on map point. NRG's map pick, and this comeback, this wild ride that was the second half, now hinges on a force buy, the AWP, the only thing they're going to have with them in this next round.
And justified by its outcome, right? fnatic's force buy just a couple of rounds ago paid in dividends. Tax-free T-side here for fnatic onto map point. All of jackasmo's work on that CT side, not in vain. All of those multi-kills capitalized on by Blame, and now they even find the AWP at the end. Another 3-kill round for jackasmo. He has had so many multi-kills in this map. And fnatic, it was looking like a devastating day in the office here with a beating on Mirage and a comeback on the second map. But they may have weathered the storm enough. This is an abhorrent buy here for NRG. 3 pistols, not a rifle in this round to survive against fnatic.
Nades again, find good damage on a Sonic. They force him back. Quiet round for fnatic. They know that the pressure's on NRG, and that pressure is immense. They're working with less in this round. Every bit of util you can get out of them is one less thing to worry about. You know they don't have the money here. Crims has reliably had Daps' number in the apartments, and so Daps just gets out of there in time to not fall down his kryptonite.
Oh, it's Crims tonight. That might be getting fnatic. That push back into A. The bomb is not committing here. This is a 3-man fakeroo, but if they get the entries, why not just go through? Double kill right
That's
back.
not bad.
But they're going back. They were never going to end B. This is Daps v Crims again.
No, not again. This is not being a good fight for Daps. Crims has had his number every single time. BlameF still lurking over towards B. It's a 2-man assault out here in A. Daps, nade does big damage. He's still undetected. They don't know about him. Smoke push for George. Daps can't deal with Crims. He just can't beat this guy. And so NRG, reality setting in. Their chance to close this in 2 is gone. fnatic picking up the win on NRG's map pick. Drag this series on. Now set to go the distance.
Devastating way to lose the map there for NRG. They were pulling this one right back into their favor, and then BlameF activated the risky force buys for fnatic, put them down, and take us all the way to Dust2 to decide. That was fnatic's least played map. That was NRG's best chance for staying.
fnatic, jackasmo was very much the fire starter, but boy, did everyone else kind of fall into place around him. BlameF with some big rounds in there. It was him in that force buy who got the ball rolling in the first place, and that was, in essence, you know, the most like critical round of the entire game, and that was one dominated by BlameF on a 4-sport AK. So slowly but surely, the usual suspects kind of showing up for fnatic. NRG, they might have had a great performance from Daps, their coach stand-in map 1. But that was unrealistic to think it would keep up. So now you're going to look down the rest of the line and want more mileage out of the gang.
Yeah, it went pretty horribly on Inferno, right? Crims having Daps in his pocket, but even just not being able to get a kill in that CT side was a big problem for Daps. Can't afford to happen here. We've got him leading B side in the pistol, and fnatic look like they want an execute. Smoke double flash. Keeping it pretty basic. Sonic on duty. Ouch.
Oh, dead straight away. And again, it's jackasmo to open things up. Finds himself a double. This guy really looking to kind of set the tone for fnatic on both maps 2 and 3. Oh, ooh, good return from Bro. And that's kept the intrigue alive in this round.
Kit 2.
Moves a muscle yet, waiting to see if fnatic give anything away, but they made the case. Blocked in the door. No, that's really rough for NRG.
Bro didn't want to commit. He was trying to jiggle, and George stands behind him, forces him into the site. He just gets stuck between two. And all the meantime, Exotic is scaling in, but I think they were trying to just bait for him. Oh, not on the same page there at NRG. They pay the price after Bro's nice double from window. He gets sent to his death. That's a disaster. I feel like a retake was brewing there. Yeah. It's not what he wanted. Daps in the lower smoke. He might get a kill. Long rush denied. And George shoots Exotic in the head as well. Oh, okay.
This is where, you know, nerves are going to reach a bit of a fever pitch, and where mistakes are more likely than ever to get made. For fnatic, it's the case at least that they're kind of riding the high, feeling like they've warmed up into the series. NRG can't spend too much time thinking about their chance on that previous map. They've got to look to the future, got to be ready to get dealt some pacey rounds. It's Group CS here from fnatic, right into Daps as he proves to be the hero. 2 kills in the hold.
Sick.
More than you could have asked for. Far from an easy position to get it done in as well. Didn't have support out on an island over towards Car. Blame F. It's the spot of a player out by the door, but Util in to displace him, forces him forward, full blind, and here's the push, the retake for Sonic. Opened up, jackasmo tries to deny, and he'll succeed, swings for the fences, jackasmo with another clutch. And he has just been coming into his own since map 2 started.
Yeah, the first few outings for this guy in the fnatic jersey were very ugly at Bucharest, but he's had some phenomenal moments, some phenomenal maps here at the Major. Last game as well was the fire starter for fnatic. This is a round where you feel like Daps has done all anyone has to. Double kill at Car to stop the B rush on 30 health, but jackasmo is able to isolate Jules very well. Gotta say, the door swing coming first feels like a huge mistake in retrospect. Sonic not letting his teammate get out tunnels first. And so these retakes have been ugly for NRG. And fnatic is starting to just thrust themselves forward in this series. Oh, Sonic through smoke with 2. But this is still only pistols. What? How?
Sonic's going huge right now. And I tell you what, look, man, you can deal with a lot of nervousness if you get one super unlikely, cheeky round early in this game, and this could be it. Sonic has teed them up for that fact. Daps on the wrap round, and he's got to beat an old problem, an old foe. Crims on the line, Daps deletes him, and NRG from nowhere.
Crims is like, I finally let him win a fight. He's finally in. Oh, dear. And yeah, it's a very winnable clutch for Crims as well.
This will give you, like, I don't know, the mental boost around like that can provide. You watch Sonic, who has no reason to win this round. Like, look at what he had to deal with. 3 players pushing the smoke, separate sides of it, trying to trade him. And then you have Daps winning a fight versus a guy who absolutely destroyed him back on Inferno. If that can be a fire-starting round for NRG, for them to try and find their form, they can get something going here.
Oof. Jumps that nade, 4 health. Careful. NRG are not out of the woods yet, even after that eco win. 2 kills come through for fnatic, low health, but this matters not. Sonic does hunt down Crims. But a 3v4 where fnatic are in no hurry. George risking it with a rotation across middle. jackasmo waiting for that fight. Gets it. Jambo hits the wallbang. Second in the round. That's nice shot.
He's looking so dialed in.
But he's alone. They go, hey, 3v a coach, or do we go back to A? Sonic's here at long.
They're going to try and play in a Sonic. All right. He's out of position, having pushed down towards long. And so a decision's going to have to be made here in the 2-on-3. Do you want to give this a look in? You know you've got the AWP to worry about in the post plant. This one might just be too far gone on position. And so it's not a save you feel great about here if you're NRG, especially not. You come into it riding the high of that Sonic 5-7 round. But it's the best case they've got.
It's a big map, and you ain't in it. Sonic is rerouting long, but Daps is not going for this, so just exits here for Sonic, and even fighting long is a risk against Jambo's AWP. So fnatic do convert 4 on this T side. Responding after a shock eco win. Sonic wants exits, and he does take the AWP out. There's value in here for Sonic. Can he escape now? Yes, he can. Oh, jackasmo dies to bomb. Blame won't get AWP. Oh dear. It's not ideal. There's no way of getting the AWP now, I don't think. And Jambo already finding a lot of value in this round with 2 AWP shots through the door connecting. Not today. Exotic's got his AWP on CT. He was a standout player here for NRG on Inferno, with 2 massive clutches and a lot of AWP openers on CT side. And NRG need him now more than ever.
I mean, I think right now, just from the eye test, Sonic is looking really, really good. And if that can be a bit of a backbone here for NRG, if he's going to kind of have his best map yet, that would be one hell of a time for it. Where you've seen a bit of frustration setting in for some of the others. George certainly feeling nervous in the eye test of these first few rounds. He had the awkward block in the doors, him and Bro.
Oh,
the TK as well.
No way, he's hanging out here.
This is crazy. He has to run back through the molly as well.
Ate that flash and didn't even move.
I don't know, Sonic is looking really dialed in. Let's see if he can be the guy. If he can be the one to kind of give a compelling reason for NRG have a chance here on Dust2. Because fnatic set up 4-1. They're all feeling pretty comfortable right now. Flashes on long. George drops into the pit, and they heard that. They heard the drop down. He gets his one at least. In comes Sonic, hoping to play cleanup.
Okay.
Able to get another AWP now on the line, but Exotic never fires off. Daps moving in, but Bro caught on rotation, and Daps can't attempt this 1-on-3. Flames even disappeared, so Dabs is chasing ghosts here.
It's very blame, isn't it? Dabs maybe thinking he's gone to the B site, shot on the side. Big round for Crims as well. That third kill onto the AWP stops any chance NRG have in the round on long. So they throw player after player at fnatic. Really good trading from fnatic. And now it's starting to slip through NRG's fingers. 5-1 lead. Money far from ideal. And NRG, nothing to really show in this CT side so far. Except a couple of awkward moments.
I mean, there's a couple of things about this that are kind of interesting, right? Like, firstly, the fact that Daps is the B player, right? A lot of squads have actually started putting, hang on a second, crossing towards upper. George and Bro get out with kills. Daps assists him from the upper tunnels.
Ouch.
Out here on long. Sonic is trapped. His 5-7 delivered that first okay, no comms.
Sure.
Jackasmo's fed one over to the opposition, but in comes the Jambo AWP to restore a bit of normality.
Gonna slow it down. Fierce called it off. Could have committed there, but just let the AWP hold and maybe the kill comes to you. Jambo posted 2 AKs. A chance here for NRG. What was an eco? It would be their second eco win. Cross smoke and AWP saved for later. They cross in with rifles. George on the site.
Here, Sphere to open, and the catch for Jambo. fnatic just keep racking up these rounds.
They go into the stack. It doesn't even matter. Both players clean headshots, and fnatic funneling their frustration into stealing the series right out of the palm of NRG. And they have so much momentum right now, and they keep getting long spawns, so fnatic are going to just throw themselves out long yet again into a gun round.
Oh, Sonic is so blind. Cover in from George at least, but they know they've got a man trapped down here in the pit, and at 11 points of health, Sonic is living on borrowed time. Tries to tee himself up with a flashbang, hoping for anything, but he's a lost cause out there on his lonesome. That's a long control taken. Blame F trying to lurk up through Cat, will get stopped in his tracks. And that's a huge kill for Exotic. He's tried a couple of opening moves on the AWP, yet to really get anything from it. You shut down the short play, you shut down the A split, so fnatic have to look for other solutions here.
Daps needs to go back to B though. It's a big hole right now, and fnatic are resetting through spawn. He's going to get there in time, but again, Daps is going to be asked to perform in this B bomb site. Bro Smoker's big assist. But fnatic, 3 players, nothing to lose in going through. Oh dear.
Daps has got to be real clean, gets out with one, does his part in the round, but they will start moving in now. jackasmo's already had a clutch to his name over here in the B site. He's going to have to try and add another one. 30 seconds left, and Bro with the swing, with the assist. Kicks that one aside.
That felt really winnable for fnatic if they didn't mess up their door smoke on the fly. It landed outside of the bomb site. It didn't block anything. If that hits, there's no way you can get that double kill from middle, and fnatic have the bomb site with a man down, put the plant in, and suddenly you're arguably favored. And we've seen NRG mess up some retakes before. I love how Jambo jumps out tunnels here to offset Daps' crosshair. Allows only 1 kill from Daps. But it is enough for NRG to convert the round, so try and set the AWP up in this one. Well, that's heard for sure. Exotic stuck. He's stuck. He doesn't know where he is.
Oh,
might be fine.
They're really close. They want to try and punish. They heard these players screwing around in the smoke. They try and walk on Exotic, but he's able to get gun on in time. And that's one of these rifles dropped out in mid now. 5v4 for NRG up against this half investment of fnatic.
Oh,
good catch for Bro. Him and Daps working in tandem. Bit of an overextension there for Daps as he looked to lend a helping hand, but facing Bro from the back plat.
bombs drop so deep. Not going to happen. One body shot for Bro is all it will take, and he'll wait for Sonic to confirm it. That nade should do it. Bro jumps the gun, and a clean kill to find a third for NRG. They look to level out at this half. That was an eco there for fnatic to allow a full buy. Had the most problem dealing with these pistols at times. fnatic, second timeout. It's their first, actually.
I mean, look, the B-side's actually been pretty solid for NRG, even though that's where Daps is playing and you'd expect a little less mileage. Bro's been great at filling the gap if Daps dies early. And Daps himself has had a couple of multi-kill moments on these B hits. So right now, the vulnerabilities felt like long. It's felt like these A splits for fnatic. I'm curious to see if they just go back to that. You've tried a couple of variations since you last went for this long control. Obviously kind of dictated to by the spawns, and you can see they don't have them here. So nothing fast out towards long, but I don't know if that's going to dissuade them entirely. Crimson blame F go lurk through the tunnels and clear this side of the map, and NRG were worried about a long pop as well. They play anti-long rush at the start of this round, taking it with 3 players. Still, you can tell a lot just from the info that was thrown in here. Sorry, the nades that were thrown in this round. If you're fnatic, with multiple players waiting outside of the long doors, you hear all that util, you know it was an anti-long rush setup. And so a little bit quicker to react out through mid.
Molly won't do much. Exotic can still see over. And they put a third player into Catwalk as well. Exotic can drop after one shot. Spotted by Jambo. Mid to B. But up Cat with the smoke. So into this setup, into this stack, the smoke comes down. They don't believe that fnatic would run through. That's exactly what they do to their detriment. 2 from George. Bomb spotted, and Crims will not make it through the smoke. Cut down by a B player. 2v4 here, and Sonic follows up. There is no saving this one for fnatic. A well-placed smoke on the short side stops them in their tracks. And NRG trade their way out. Good double from George. And same from Sonic, finds their 4th. It's a half that's recoverable here for NRG. As fnatic don't get a plant, they've got to play for the last.
Catch. Exotic chance at the double. That's not ideal. Bro tries to get aggressive here. He's giving them a gun. Crims Deagle up next, and this AK runs out through the mid doors.
Calamity.
This was NRG, and with a massive opportunity of leveling out on the half. Now it's Daps and it's George, and they're the 2 that have got to do it.
Got to go back to B, though. They know it's clear right now. Crims doesn't play through the smoke fading.
Bombs over here in mid on the back of Blame F. Ooh. And there's a lot of space taken by Jambo out on the A site. He's called. Guys, I have it. They're going to let him work.
But Blame doesn't want to cross. Little does he know he can do it for free right now. He's holding for a fight you don't really want with a Glock. And George is going to make a crazy play here. He'll just fool the Crims.
Daps has got to do it. So much being asked for here. The coach, the stand-in, he can't stop them scaling, but all 3 players are but a shot away from death.
Oh, there was a window there for George, but he waited too long. And Dabs, there's no chance in this one. even with low health. I mean, hilariously, his nades would really go hard here, but he's going to use his HE early, and Dab's still looking interested. The call coming in, they're all low.
He can take one shot, so can they. It's as close to a fair fight as he's going to get, but you can't really justify this. If he doesn't take all that damage on the creep up through CT, maybe he's a bit more interested. Instead, he's hoping to recover the AWP. 1 kill given to Daps. And watching on, they want to deny the AWP pickup. They know what his goal is. They know what he's aiming for.
Oh no, it's back. It's back. He saw it. He's got it. And he's fine. Yeah, for George, there was a timing there early where it's just blame with a Glock, but he waits so long, and then Crims comes back from lower, and then he's running into 2 pistols. It was a really awkward angle from Blame F to deal with. That hurts. Would have felt like a retake would be a better odds fight than that. Some beautiful deke shots. And fnatic, a round they should never be winning. Double orb in this final round.
The double AWP purchased up, and right now only one of them's fired. Bro even just shooting through the smoke there, trying to kind of lie about where the AWP really is. Exotic's got it over towards back plat on B. And so hoping that that's where you can kind of nudge fnatic to go. fnatic have taken the bait. Moving into the tunnels, they're going to get their wish. They're going to have this run at the Exotic AWP. Now, the rotates are very, very far away. That's the one part to be concerned about here. Lurk smoke in the tunnels. Exotic gets some util in, but could get caught on the run-up here. Break on that smoke. First shot misses, and that's the end of the line. They got their wish. They got the B play, but nothing there with a missed shot from the Exotic AWP. fnatic break through. Oh, dead in the window is Sonic, as everyone's hitting hard right now for this fnatic squad. It's down to a 2v4 retake, no kit. One dropped out in the window. Are you going to try and assemble this boost now? I mean, a little gimmick to hopefully bring them back in, but won't have vision, won't have anything to see from this boost. And Crossfire's set up. There's no getting back into this for NRG. fnatic 8-4 on the half. Looking to really run away with Dust2. For NRG, heartbreak is on the horizon. They've got to step it up, or else they're going to drop on down to that 2-2 match.
Fnatic in fighting form here in the third map of the series. Stage 2 awaits for the victor of Dust2, and blame giving some love to jackasmo, who has certainly had a great day in the office, topping the server right now, coming into the last half of play. Fnatic, it was a dismal start to the series. It was a devastating loss on Mirage, but they have woken up, denied a comeback, and look to close here in this third map. Full B-rush here for NRG. Crim's on the site. Blame F tucked in tight, hits his two-shot with the dualies, but is overrun. NRG poised for a pistol. Thank you for that smoke. Yeah, save the Kevlar. Nothing to do here.
I mean, you know, I think at times you can see the pressure getting to NRG a little bit. The feel that they let this series get away from them. But a pistol round is a step in the right direction at least. Fnatic won't wait long to try and make this competitive again, but for now, might just get to close this game up a little bit. Have the force buy from Fnatic on the back of those saved sets of armor in the pistol. So it's a pretty decent force.
Yeah, long control is a good remedy to it, though. They avoid this lower clear, and that smoke will not be respected at long. NRG are way past it, storming the site. jackasmo Deagle does hit hard, but not when he's full flashed, and so entry should just force the save here from Fnatic. Smart thing to do is just to play this again. They go full lower clear, and they meet nobody. Scout's doing some damage.
On one hand, you got past that force by nice and easy. On the other, you still have to worry about it in the next round. So still a threat posed to NRG here, and that's with the promise of guns coming in the next. This one ends up being a bit more expensive than they would have liked and all, just to top it off.
More long spawns on anti-ecos, you just take that. So Sonic sends it. Grenade. But this control is NRG's. Nice molly as well, double lower.
Here down here with the Mag 7. F's time to shine. Jambo finds another on the scout. This one ends up coming down to the wire in the 2-on-3 now. Fnatic are going to lend Blame F a little bit of room on this backstab to try and close in.
Free smoke should be it, though.
Still feels like you kind of have every reason to still remain interested in this. Try and do a bit more damage, especially on Crims, who has nothing to save, really, outside of the armor.
Blame just going to fight with Crims as he scales up CT. It's best case scenario, getting spotted. Blame in spawn. Looking to find some damage on the way out. Honestly, could be all three here for Blame. There's two. Nice shot for Bro. One gun survives, but damage is definitely noted here by Fnatic. Setting themselves up well going into a gun round. NRG looking for another 8-4 comeback, but for this one to finish.
All right, it's a one-round game. But this is the buy fnatic we're waiting for. More brooting for Exotic as he tries to take an opening fight. Feeds jackasmo on B, an important trade for Sonic, and a decision to make now. Do you want to follow through with this? The util blocks them. So instead, they try and use this gap, knowing that the defense is shuffling around in response to what sounded like a B hit, what felt like a B hit from NRG. Daps has got a little window of opportunity over here towards short, but one that's rapidly being closed. Jambo's now rotated in to take up middle. Crim's dead at the B site. That's both B defenders found. Bro Spam secured that kill. And so re-aggression is coming. Daps in the firing line. Can't get his bearings. Fear finds him.
Yeah, needed that kill. The bomb was even thinking about coming back to A, but now how do NRG try and mid-round this? 2v3. Bro split from his teammate. Trying to fake out long. Fear's just retaking the space, but Bro's got a bit of room here.
I mean, if he gets his kill, that's surely going to draw rotates. You last saw Bro in the tunnels. And he will get it. Fear dealt with.
Jambo's leaving B. There's the gap.
And this 2-on-3 for NRG. That kill getting given away, that immediately directs their attention back into the B site. Still a missed shot from Jambo cost them dearly. And Sonic ends up in the clutch. From the get-go here on Dust2, Sonic solidified himself as the guy to keep an eye on. But now he's going to try and beat Blame F in the late round. And this is the part of the round that Blame is made for.
But he's wasting his time right now. Not moving. On an off angle on the door. Blame has to creep through window, make noise on that drop. Sonic can reposition. Here's that step. Sonic waiting. Blame, time, dying. Chances dwindling. Sonic hits the headshot, and NRG keep the comeback rolling. 3 massive kills from Sonic, but huge mention to Bro's fake out on that A bomb site. Without him killing Fear, that never would have opened up the round for Sonic to win. Full house from these two.
Yeah, just a perfect round, a beautiful bit of synergy between the two of them. And sure, they're on other sides of the map, but it's the push and pull, right? The misdirect, lending room to Sonic. Kind of the guy you want in these clutches because he's been a very dependable piece here on Dust2.
fnatic getting a little bit shaky there with all those rotates. Info is only one player, but everyone repositions as a result. They get faked out. Exotic is having a stinker. 4-13, bottom of the server. And he had a great last map. This is meant to be an Orpus paradise. He's missed some crucial shots on the AWP. If he could wake up a little bit now towards the end of this T side, can make all the difference here for NRG. Cross shot would go hard for Exotic. But smoked, fnatic play it safe, getting Crims into that B bomb site.
It's hard as well because he's an Orpus who likes to be involved early, right? And I think you always feel their absence a lot more because it's not just an absence of kills. With the missed shots comes a lot of deaths. And so you often feel like you're battling back in a 4v5 from missed attempts at the opening from Exotic.
Nice shuffle.
One thing he maybe is going for him is like, with such a determination to go about taking them, when he eventually gets it, that is going to be a leg up for NRG. At least he's kind of staying true to the type of AWP he is.
Yeah. Let's see how they use him on this T side. Playmath, this is perfect position for him. On the execute, everyone running in.
Into the stacked site they go. Jambo and Blame F just trading contact, and Blame leaves it all on Bro with that double. jackasmo there to lend a helping hand and right into the belly of the beast for NRG. So might be able to match the scoreline, yet to overtake fnatic as they maintain this lead.
Yeah, huge round for Blame. He was waiting for that and just trading contact, as you say. A perfect palm tree flash. NRG visionless on that A hit. And oof, with all these clutches coming in, NRG have nothing to show for it. A hero Galil. This is quite the sticky situation. In a game that's felt like a two-man army for NRG, still only one round behind fnatic. But we're about to see fnatic pick up some freer rounds here. Should be 11-8 before that next fall by for NRG. At that point, you just have no room for error. fnatic have teed themselves up to take this game away.
Quite a series overall from Fear, and it's not going to change in this round. Exotic, okay. Gone from being a problem to maybe the solution here. This Deagle finds two. The nade will get rid of him. Important kills back here for fnatic to give themselves that fighting chance again up against the Deagles. Bro's armed himself. Dab's naded down low in the site. Can't really be expected to get away with much. It's got to be Bro or it's nothing, and he'll get run at. jackasmo just W pressed, charging into the opponents. No fear, no worries. And so double digits secured. fnatic able to rise above that exotic double dig entry.
Yeah, jackasmo only deals in threes right now. Another triple kill for him. Most of the map. 6 multis in this game alone, and we remember Inferno. fnatic gets a little bit close, but now it's going to be the free round. 11-8. Poised for it. Stage 2 calling fnatic's name at this point. Bit of pace with the pistols and jackasmo. Welcome. Playmath able to bail him out after a good flashbang. Good dig though. Bro's in the B side.
I mean, this certainly causes chaos. But what can he really... Oh, wow. He's just nabbed that gun out from under their nose. Flash in and try and make life hard for Bro. Still battling with the Deagle. Now weapon pickup denied. The B play cut down. fnatic able to reel in Bro on the B offensive.
Jambo, that's so sick. He just grabs the AK as he's going for the pickup there. And I love how fnatic don't jump the gun there. They realize the bomb's not in the site, so Bro doesn't matter. They can just hold window, and as long as they're peeking the tunnel from door, nothing that NRG can do with that control. The bomb can't make it in. fnatic playing a lot better on this CT side. 3 rounds straight. That's a big pickup though, Sonic. Shows Exotic how it's done. 5v4 off the orb. NRG hopeful. Need to be flawless from this point.
Break just on the top of the smoke for Jambo, but nothing seen. I mean, NRG have been really hard pressed at getting these openers. Sonic just went out and secured it for him. And so you kind of have to deliver on this round. You've really struggled at finding these types of positions. Into jackasmo, missed a multi-kill, but that's one step too far. Again, it's all Sonic in this one. 2 kills deep, both of them openers. Daps moves out through the long doors in the downtime, and this should just be a save from fnatic. They're out of position to make this one happen, and a man down. Sonic's double is enough.
Yeah, jackasmo, it feels like a crazy re-peek and a commit, but the reason he does it is he sees them pushing his smoke, and his team are regrouping for a mid-push right there. If he dies, or rather if he drops off and doesn't take the fight, NRG are going to get the site regardless. He can't stop it from CT. So I guess he feels like he has to get something from that position. NRG put their entries down and give us one more round on this T side before all is said and done. Breaking Fnatic's streak, who will call a pause to stop this comeback yet again.
Time to try and compose themselves. I mean, they know that they're on the precipice of winning this game, that stage 2 is right there. And it's one good nudge in the right direction, and it'll put you back on that track. They're a little ways away from having their money broken as well, so it's NRG who are kind of in the hot seat right now. They're the ones that have to push that much harder. And really, outside of Sonic and Bro, you haven't had too many worries about the other individuals on this NRG squad. So much of the output coming from that duo. The only players in double digits on NRG. George, largely irrelevant. Daps has been fine, doing about what you can expect from the coach stand-in on NRG. And Exotic has never got going here on Dust2.
This is a ballsy call, and they don't clear the corner. Disaster strikes in the form of jackasmo with another triple kill. This guy will not stop putting multis in the bag for Fnatic.
And he's even somehow staying in the fire, in the flames, caught on the jump across. It's one for Exotic.
Not ready for blame.
Now they're expecting him to 1v4 in what has been a very quiet map. That shot sails past. Exotic dead for sure.
Whoa!
Does pick up Jambo, but this can't go any further. As we say, money in a weird spot for NRG. Their best bet is to try and save, and Fnatic don't want to let that happen.
Fear's already out. Good for it. Fnatic find match point. Stage 2 waits, and jackasmo delivers it to them. Cannot deny his individual output in this series, rising above and beyond any member of Fnatic. Even Blade, come this third map, who has been by his side time after time. But jackasmo deals in threes, and NRG need 3 straight rounds of their own to keep this match going into overtime. Feels so unlikely. Fear even beating out Bro on long. Jambo taking liberties. It's a double setup. jackasmo is still cleared. Gets a dink. George low, but with a man down again, how do you make this work?
Well, Minimap has told you that this B site might be weaker. Crim's out of position, and so he's going to fall. Jambo dead on the rotate in. One back for Exotic. Job's not done, though. Blame F and Fear.
You don't save
He's
here.
back into a 2v2, and they've got every reason to try this. Exotic with his second kill in the round, and it might be his most impactful one yet, as now it's only Fear left standing.
Absolutely, give it a go here. 1v2, and what? He just backs up into him. Fear, free kill, offered on a plate. Is this Fnatic into stage 2? Yes, it is. The captain pushes them over the line and closing out a 1v2 clutch with 3 of his own. They do it in 3. A devastating map 1 of this series. A Mirage that looks, frankly, ugly, but Fnatic recover across the BO3 and take the series win over NRG.
Yeah, we said back on the opener heading into map 2, there's kind of a right and a wrong time to get blown out of the water and have a bit of a fire lit beneath you. And for Fnatic, that happened right at the top of the series. Their debut map,